We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.
All right. Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. It is November 1st, 2025. I've been running and gunning all morning. So, you ever get a lot of shit done, but afterwards you're like, okay, I'm tired of spending fucking money? So I had to get an oil change today. That went up $30. It was $50 last time I got it. Now it was $80. Funny how that works. But everyone says everything's... Trump says everything's going down. Where? $80 though, that ain't too bad for a Cadillac, I feel. So, got an oil change. Got Sammy a stocking. I like to knock out shit early, dude. Back in the day when I was making bank bartending, I used to have Christmas knocked out in like November. So, let's see. Got her a stocking, got some stuff for it. Did some grocery shopping. Got a bunch of shit at Kroger. I always go to the clearance, man. Sleep mask for $1.15. Deodorant, 91 cents. Hairspray, $1.12. So, yeah. I got the rest of the day off. All I need to do today really is bathe and shave. I'm going to put out some podcasts, play some video games, and enjoy life. I have a Buy Me a Coffee account set up in the link below. If you donate to the channel, it would help. It pays for pens, papers, flash drives, all that jazz. If you donate $10, you get a bumper sticker. There's like 6 left. And when you donate, if you donate $10, it gives you the option to message me. So message me through Buy Me a Coffee. That way I can send you a bumper sticker. It'll be through snail mail, but it'll get there. Yeah, we appreciate it. So it's not like you're just donating for nothing. You're getting something in return. Let's get into it. So, I want to talk about Snap. And I want to talk about the conspiracies surrounding it. And stuff. And all that jazz. So, first of all, this is not me bashing anyone who has to use Snap. So, I'm just going to jump into it. I've kind of told this story multiple times on here, so sorry, you can skip over. I left the house at 18 or 19 years old. Me and my wife. My ex-wife, she's dead now. We left the house with a suitcase, and we were homeless. Now, I've said I was homeless in the past. Were we living on the streets? No. But we were couch surfing, and I didn't have a car because I had junked my car. I did a whole episode on it if you want to hear the whole crazy story, because it was an insane part of my life. The it's a Blue Pill podcast episode. It's called I Was Conned. Go check it out. But needless to say, Me and my ex-wife, we ended up getting, just so I'm not rehashing, go check that episode out. Me and my wife, we ended up getting an apartment. We had a shitty car, a shitty little apartment in Lancaster, Kentucky. She was going to high school because we were high school sweethearts, and I slightly robbed the cradle. Nothing too crazy. It's like Romeo and Juliet laws type shit. Before you attack me, Abe's a pedophile, you know. It was like 1 or 2 years difference. She was going to high school. I was doing her homework. The only reason she graduated was because of me. She was going to high school and working part-time at McDonald's, and I was bartending. I'd finally finished bartending school and finally got a job bartending. We were barely making ends meet. So we had gotten on food stamps. We had free health care. This was during, I think, Obama's reign. So we were lucky enough to have free health care and all that jazz. We were on WIC because she got pregnant. But yeah, dude, we were barely making it. So I don't judge people who are on food stamps, SNAP. I'm just gonna call it food stamps. Because I've been there. I've had to do it. And my thing is I don't mind if someone's using those resources if they're trying. Now, if you're 400 pounds and you're unemployed and there's nothing wrong with you, you have no physical, mental, or if you have no disabilities and you're just literally mooching off the system and my tax-paying money and I'm working and paying for your ass, yeah, in my opinion, you're a bum, you know. So there's a trend going on with all these TikTokers of like the most ghetto, trashiest motherfuckers, who are like 400 pounds, just ghetto trash, saying like, I'm gonna eat, you know, I'm gonna go in there and rob you in the parking lot of Walmart and all this. There's psyops upon psyops upon psyops. We are in an info war. I have feelings about TikTok in general. For one, I had bad feelings about it with the whole Chinese spy shit. And I do think that China is an actual genuine threat we should be concerned about. And I know there's people who are like, oh, you know, you're buying into the mainstream narrative. Once in a blue moon, the mainstream narrative, in my opinion, is kind of correct on shit. But anyways, and now it's bought by Israel. Now it's Israel run, which is concerning. I've never liked TikTok. To me, and partially why I don't like TikTok is I do long form talk radio content, podcasting. And to me, TikTok is just lazy, retarded, and you're fueling into literally the whole attention span, lacking of attention span. I guarantee half of these motherfuckers clicked off of this video. They're like, wait, is this guy just going to sit here and talk? Yeah, the channel's called Conspiracy Corner Podcast. And I literally introduce it with, it's a podcast. Welcome to a podcast. It's long form talking. And people are like, get to the point. That's one of the biggest pet peeves. Get to the point. The whole point of a podcast is to shut up, sit back, relax, and listen. I put podcast on while I'm driving or working, you know. That's the whole point of talk radio. But anyways, TikTok definitely is used for psyops. it's honestly, there's a lot of good things that come out of it, like as far as like conspiracy stuff. But it's also, I guarantee you, our government, Israeli government now, definitely, because isn't it owned by Israel now? What was it? Bibi Netanyahu. Literally, there was a video of him talking about how they're going to use TikTok for propaganda. You know. So there's this trend going around that there's going to be utter chaos. Today is day one of the purge. I might title this episode, day one of the purge. Dun dun. I need the Majora's Mask sound, if you know what I'm talking about. My thing is don't buy into the fear, don't buy into the psyop. Now, is there going to be some white trash and some ghetto motherfuckers who are going to start robbing people? Yes, because they're too lazy to get actual jobs and shit. And this falls into, honestly, the Masonic, what is it, order out of chaos, ordo something KO. Order out of chaos this is how the elites work. This is how, it's a Freemason playbook shit. Now, do I think that all Freemasons are evil? No, most of them are lower level, average Joes like me and you, who will never make it up the ranks. They literally use it as a networking tool and a place and time and place where they can drink with their buddies and talk bullshit. It is a fraternity at the end of the day. But the elites, whatever you believe, whoever they are, use order out of chaos. So they want us to freak the fuck out. They want people to freak the fuck out and start robbing people, and chaos in the streets and chaos at Walmart. Divide and conquer. If we start robbing each other for food, And it's sad. But there's two other conspiracies. So there's conspiracy number one. This is what they want. Order out of chaos. They want chaos. I already got a message from my boss in the group text. By the way, I love this dude. He is a genuinely good guy. He's trying, man. He's trying. He donates money. He's a friend of Bill. Not alcohol or drugs, but sex. Because it's all the same system. He's a good guy. But, man, he buys into, like, the whole Fox News, right-wing, Republican, conservative, Trump-tard bullshit. And he literally, he's all vaxxed up. He regrets it now. Me and his son, he caught us one day, like him and his buddy came in, the father, and me and his son were talking about Operation Paperclip. And he's like, oh, here we go again, like talking conspiracies. He looks over at his buddy, they're talking conspiracies, rolling his eyes and laughing. I'm like, this isn't a conspiracy. Operation Paperclip is legit. It's not a conspiracy. It's proven fact that we recruited Nazis after World War II. Like, and by the way, you bitch about being vax injured. Like, that should have been a wake-up call for you, buddy. So he group messaged all of us like, Snap officially has ended today, currently, because of government shutdowns. We need to be patient. There's going to be a lot of angry customers. There could be people stealing. We need to watch for shoplifters. So it's already in the mindset. It's already in the collective consciousness that there will be chaos. And people are buying into it, apparently. Can I just say something? This is not the first time the government has went through a shutdown. I'm just saying. This is not the first time. We have survived shutdowns before. Last time we had a government shutdown, it literally just sucked for a while. Because I just told you at the beginning of the episode, me and my ex-wife were on food stamps at the time. So yeah, we couldn't get food for a while. Well, we still got food. We just had to buy, food with our own money and make ends meet. We made vegetable stew, dude. We lived off vegetable stew for like forever, Even when we had food stamps, we had to make it stretch, So don't buy into the order out of chaos. It's divide and conquer. But there's two conspiracies that I want to get into of why the government might be shut down. One of them's fun, and the other makes more sense. So Duncan Trussell was on Joe Rogan here recently. I have a lot of mad respect for Joe Rogan. He is the king of podcasting, whether you like it or not. He is one of my inspirations that got me into podcasting because I grew up on talk radio. I had thought about becoming a talk radio person when I was a little kid. My mom used to listen to talk radio early in the mornings when we'd be riding around in the church bus, and I'd be running errands with her. And I remember being a little kid going like, is that all they do is talk? And she's like, yeah, that's their job. And I'm like, that's what I want to do when I grow up. And it's weird that now I'm a podcaster. Podcasting is just talk radio, man. But I don't really listen to Joe Rogan anymore. Once I found Tinfoil Hat and Last Podcast on the Left and more conspiratorial stuff, I completely stopped listening to Joe Rogan. I find him kind of boring, and it's just mainstream bubblegum for the brain. But anyways, he had Duncan Trussell on. I do listen to the Duncan Trussell episodes. So Duncan Trussell put out this amazing fucking cartoon. You guys know me, I'm a big fan of cartoons. Gravity Falls, Courage the Cowardly Dog. He put out this amazing cartoon called Midnight Gospel, dude. And I've told people to watch it. They don't listen. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking amazing cartoon. It's occult as fuck. It's spiritual as fuck. And it's like one of the very few cartoons that literally made me cry like a fucking baby. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. So anytime he's on there, I listen. And Duncan Trussell, he's kind of conspiratorial. He thinks that the government shutdown has to do with 3-Eye Atlas. This is the fun one. We'll do the fun one first. Because there is a lot of weird shit going on with 3-Eye Atlas. I've done 2 episodes on it before, throughout the year. I think I have a playlist for 3-Eye Atlas, so go check it out. If not, I will create one. I'm trying to make more playlists so that way the channel is more organized. And I don't have to rehash shit. You can just go, okay, let me check out the other 2 episodes. So I did 2 episodes on it already. He thinks that the government shutdown is because of 3-Eye Atlas. Because apparently NASA has been paying attention to 3-Eye Atlas. NASA is part of the federal government. The government shutdown, it's the federal government, not the state government. I talked to a cop earlier today. If I have time, I'll get into it. Nothing bad. Knock on wood. So, NASA, never a straight answer. I don't trust NASA at all. I'm not a flat earther. I'm not a round earther. I think we are in a realm. I actually kind of lean towards simulation theory sometimes. We are in I don't know, we're in a snow globe on God's desk. He thinks that the government shutdown is because of 3-Eye Atlas, Duncan Trussell. And he was explaining it to Joe that NASA has been keeping an eye on 3-Eye Atlas, and now, because of the government shutdown, they can no longer keep an eye on it. He thinks that they purposely did the government shutdown so that way NASA can't keep an eye on 3-Eye Atlas, because they don't want the people, the American people, to know that aliens are coming. or there's a threat of aliens. The government protecting us. So it's kind of a dumb conspiracy. It's like an old school alien conspiracy. The people would freak out if they knew aliens were real. That's why we can't tell them that aliens are real, you know. That type of shit. Back like 90s conspiracy shit. So because of the government shutdown, snap. So you see how it's all related. My thing is, that's a possibility. I've seen UFO. I'm not against the idea of planets in space. I'm not gonna lie. I've heard people say, oh, there's waters above and there's waters below. And it's like, okay, I understand the waters below of like underground oceans and shit, aquifers and shit. Waters above. I ain't gonna lie. When I look at the sky, people go, doesn't it look like water? And I'm like, no, it doesn't. I'm sorry. It doesn't look like water. It looks like the sky. I'm not trying to be a smartass, but it's like, how do you see water? Where's the waves? Why is there no fish up there? Shouldn't there be sky whales? Kind of like the windfish in Link's Awakening? Like, it doesn't look like water to me. Sorry. Now, where you get me, though, where it does kind of look like water is when jets are flying through. It does look like the water's separating, like a boat going over the ocean. But that's the only time I'm like, yeah, there could be waters above, you know. We are in an enclosed system. The ancient Egyptians called it Nut. The Bible calls it the firmament. Science calls it the Van Allen radiation belt. We are trapped in here. But I'm not completely against the idea that we are in space. Do I think we're blasting through space? No, I'm a geocentrist. I believe we are stationary and everything revolves around us because we are the apple of God's eye. So, maybe that's why the government shut down 3i Atlas. It's something to ponder on. The other reason, Epstein. Someone else made the comment, I can't remember who, but some other people have said in the conspiracy community that the whole reason the government shutdown is going on is because they're warring it out. The Democrats, Republicans, the pedophiles, and the non-pedophiles. Because I truly do, in my heart of hearts, and maybe I'm daft, as someone stated in one of my comment sections, you're so daft. Don't be so daft. I'm Daft Punk, baby. No. That there's like people, come on in. My cat busting through the fucking door. That they're warring it out over this Epstein shit. There's people who want it out. There's people who don't want it out. And that's why the government is shut down right now, because they are not, either they're working deals out or they're freaking the fuck out, because I guarantee you like 95% of these politicians are on that fucking list and are allegedly pedophiles. The only ones I truly, in my heart of heart, don't think are on the list is like RFK Jr., the Paul family, Rand Paul, Ron Paul, the other Kennedy, Senator Kennedy, which I still need to look up. Is he related to like JFK, RFK, and all that jazz? Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't think she's on the list. Massey, who's a representative for Kentucky, he's cool as fuck, because he wants the list out. I don't think he's on the list. Vivek Ramaswamy, DeSantis, I don't think they're on the list. Trump, I think, is on the fucking list. Not gonna lie. And I don't have TDS, so before I get someone in my comments section saying, oh, you got fucking TDS, you stupid liberal, you got spiky hair, and you're weird, so I think you're a liberal. I voted for the guy. Shut the fuck up. And I used to be a Q-tard. So there's the three theories that they think of why food stamps is getting shut down because of the government shutdown. 1, alien invasion, 3, Atlas shit. 2, Epstein list. And 3, they want order out of chaos. And never let a crisis go to waste. That's another big thing they love to do. Never let a crisis go to waste. How can we use this in our benefit? Yeah. Another thing too, and this is just a little side note and it's conspiratorial, but they want us they honestly want us reliant on food stamps. Because I was talking to my coworker today when I was getting stocking stuffers for Sammy. They want us. COVID, if they could have pulled COVID off correctly, it ties in with the Great Reset. They want us all on house arrest. They don't want us leaving our house. They want us all mass injected, sterilized, slowly dying through vaccines, and sitting at home watching TV. I mean, honestly, what they really want is us plugged into some form of matrix like Cognify. Go check that shit out, that episode. It's fucking terrifying. It's literally Clockwork Orange. It is literally Black Mirror. And it's true. It's not conspiracy. It's legit. They want us plugged in. Well, first of all, they want like 3/4 of us dead. If not more. The useless eaters, they want on house arrest and just plugged in, eating shit, watching propaganda 24/7, having it beamed into their brain like Batman Returns or whatever that Batman movie was with Jim Carrey. And yeah, just on house arrest to save the planet, you know. You will own nothing and like it. They want us reliant on the government. And I do see the majority of people using SNAP benefits as useless eaters. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of devilish and evil sometimes. Because I am man, I am carnal, I am imperfect, I have lessons to learn, I have growing to do. I kind of honestly sympathize with the devil sometimes. And I think like the elites sometimes. When they see us as goy, when they see us as useless eaters, sometimes I look around the people, my peers, and I look around and I go, a lot of you, the elites aren't completely wrong. Some of you do need to go. Some of you are like molesters. Some of you are furries. Sorry, I don't know why. I just fuck furries. Some of you are just fat, useless eaters. Like you're 300 pounds. You're unemployed. All you want to do all day is masturbate, watch pornography, and play video games. And by the way, I struggle with pornography and video games. I was addicted to video games. I have an addictive personality, but I still go out, put my shoes on, brush my teeth, comb my hair, go to a job 40 hours a week, do a side job podcasting, which is to me art, but also trying to make a little bit of money off of it. I ain't gonna lie. You know, don't hate someone for trying to make $1 and support his family. I do yard work. I try to fix up the house. I try to do chores. I try to be a functional member of society, but some people don't even have that. They're just like, fuck it. I just want to watch porn, get my asshole ate, eat donuts all day, play video games, you know. And that's what the elites want. And that's why the elites want people dead. That's why they consider us goy, which is less than cattle. Because there is a lot of useless eaters out there, man. But I don't know. It's a dark episode, but that's my thoughts on the whole SNAP benefits and order out of chaos, and God knows what I'll title this, but government shutdown. Who the fuck knows what I'm going to title this? Look forward to more episodes today, probably. I need to bathe and shave and play some video games, chillax, enjoy my day off. I love y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. And let me know what you think in the comments.